This is the original OG sample pack. The contents of this pack are lost in time. They were a mystery, a true wonder of Booster Brat. These came out alongside the Dark Rhinocchio, the very first card of Booster Brat. But alas, we finally uncover the truth. The wonder has been figured out. We now know what lies within. So to first figure out exactly where to start, we look at the product catalog of 2021 and 2022. The first two items we see is the OG foil sample packs and Dark Rhinocchio. So Dark Rhinocchio came out in 2021. The foil pack was listed first, which means it came out at the same time. The reason that I say it came out at the same time is because we look back at the print run sheet, and the sample pack says count of 25 different cards given away for the raffle winners and sample packs. Printed 25 proto cards on foil stock and shared them in a giveaway. Art/text and concept were not final, and here's the kicker: tossed a few Dark Rhinocchio prints in there as well. So that right there lets me know that this pack came out roughly the same time as Dark Rhinocchio, because Dark Rhinocchio existed. And as we know, Dark Rhinocchio was the very first Booster Brat card created and printed. So, after about almost a week of just wondering what is in this pack, I did the light trick to see if there's more than one card. There is more than one card. I looked on Instagram, I looked on Google, I looked on the Discord. I looked and deep dived. And I found all sorts of things. Nothing about the sample pack. But I found the beginnings of Booster Brat. I found what came before Booster Brat. The origins of Spark's character, of Alice Steiner's character. Dan's humble beginnings. Some of his other projects. But for some reason, this sample pack just eluded me. Was I really going to open what could possibly be the final sealed pack? Now, one thing that the print run sheet here doesn't explain, and we have to go back to the catalog. If we zoom in, the catalog actually says count 25 cards in 10 sample packs. So one thing's for certain: there was only ever 10 packs made. Now, you may read this and think, oh, each pack has 25 cards. That's not the case. For one, having a pack, I would know that the pack would feel pretty thick, and it doesn't. It's got a handful of cards, but I wouldn't say 25. So I'm reaching out to everyone, anyone and everyone, people that I've bought some of the rare stuff from, and I'm the community now. I'm asking the community for help. I even reached out to Dan and see if Dan maybe had, pics or whatever of what was in it. But unfortunately, he had sent all of them out. So then I bought a lot of a Booster Brat lot with different things. It had Theme Soldier. It had a Dark Rhinocchio, which I needed. So that was cool. But it also had 4 proto cards. And the reason I call them prototypes is because I asked Dan himself. And I'm like, hey, can you give me some more information about these? It was Steam Soldier, Star Drone, Mini Mecha Dragon Boy, and Raridora. Clearly, these are completely different designs as far as card layout. And he told me that they were prototypes. So I'm like, okay. Maybe these are what comes in the pack. But here's the problem. The print run sheet says that they are printed on foils. None of these 4 cards are foil cards. And when I asked Dan about it originally, without even asking about the sample pack, he told me that he gave these out from his extra binder, like at conventions. So these were never in a pack. So again, I was left high and dry in regards to being one step closer. Another thing of note, and we'll touch on this later, this is the back of those prototype cards. So keep that in mind. Now on the back of the Dark Rhinocchio, this is what the back looks like. Very similar to the pack art. So that right there is another clue to why I believed that the prototypes that I have did not come from the sample pack. So another dead end. No one seems to know much about this pack. And I just wonder, Mike, is it from another timeline? Is this a Mandela effect thing? Surely, with the pack being only 2 years old, there's got to be something, right? Because once on the internet, it's always on the internet, correct? So then, one of our awesome brand champions, Switch for Days. He and I have been talking about it, and as he's a collector just as I am. We both strive ourselves to be the best collector and be the best master set collector. I told him that I thought I had a clue, and he also told me that he had found a clue. And what he found truly led me in the direction that it needs to go. Basic conversation goes like this. The one of ones, just wondering so I know what I'm talking about. Can't find any info on them. What set did they come in and how did you get them? I want a sample pack with 4 cards. Okay, nice. Okay, nice one. Was that the original sample pack? Yes, it was white and basically paper. They've come a long way. So this tells me so much. For starters, it tells me that the 25 cards that were referenced in the catalog and the print run sheet, those are all one of ones, meaning there was only 25 cards printed. And each pack comes with possibly 4 cards. Because remember, you have the 25 cards plus the Rhinocchios. With this information, I then went on the server and searched for these people's names. And only one thing popped up, but it led me exactly where I needed to go. But before I reveal all that, Switch for Days also had a picture to go along with this conversation. And we have finally, for the first time on video, we have images of the OG sample pack prototype cards of Chase Card and Bratizard Eruption. Absolutely sick. They're definitely hollow. We know that that's Chase Card. Anyone who's played Tabletop Simulator knows that that's the artwork for Bratizard's second form. But it's crazy that we had to go down this rabbit hole just to see the origins of Booster Brat. Like the physical origins of Booster Brat. That's how rare this stuff is. So, going on the server and searching what I searched for, I was able to find where that same person actually shared more about, what he got out. And we were able to see this picture of Dark Rhinocchio, a better picture of Bratizard, Eruption, and Chase Card. Now, I have no idea why it says Deed up top there on Bratizard Eruption. But I do know on Chase Card, you can kind of see up there the symbols of Captain, symbols of Spark, symbols of Binky, and the symbols of the Helping Hand. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I'm not sure what that was originally intended. Maybe, those characters can use this card. I'm not sure. But this is just absolutely insane. And then I also found, within the same thread, this holographic prototype. And it's very similar to mine, the one I have. But there is slight differences. And again, on this prototype, you look in the description, and it's actually showing the symbols for the characters. Like I said, the names, I'm guessing it shows Captain's head. So it says Captain has unconcealed unhappiness. It's not shining, so it's not valuable. Helping Hand, remember gratitude. Spark, disappointed but hides it. It's our first star. We should remember this. So I kind of like this, the symbols of who's talking. That's actually pretty cool. And you could tell this picture's kind of hard to tell, but you can tell in the name and stuff that this is holographic. So we finally have solved the mystery. Now, do we know what every card in this pack is? No, we don't know what the 25 print run is. But I can assume that the prototypes I have, there's probably a OG sample pack hollow version as well. So there's probably a Raridora. There's probably a Theme Soldier. There's probably a Mecha Dragon Boy. If I was a betting man, I would definitely say that those cards are also in with this. Now, I want to go in and tell you how to determine, besides the fact that they're hollow, how to determine if they're from the OG pack or if they're just a prototype, which the prototypes are rare too. Don't get me wrong. Both items are absolutely insane pieces for your collection. But it's just the fact that the OG sample pack cards are so rare. There's only one holographic of that. I don't know how many prototypes were made after that. Like the 4 I have, I don't know how many copies there are of that. There might be one of those too. Who knows? But I also know that I found this picture as well with someone who has many prototypes, but they're not the prototypes from the OG pack. So we have 10 different cards here. And again, if we're going by the same logic that my prototypes have a holographic OG sample pack counterpart, then this could very well be 10 of those cards. And so you see there is the prototype chase card also down there. So that's another bit of evidence that makes me believe that there is the OG prototype, and then there is the prototypes that came after that were given out at conventions that are non-holographic. Also, in those pictures that I found, the person who shared these on the Discord also shared that the back looks just like the back of the Dark Ranokio. So now with all that information, it's time to reveal how you can tell the difference from the OG sample packs and the prototype cards that were given out at conventions. So we'll start off with the easy part. Any prototype card from the OG sample pack is going to have the black and white art that looks very similar to the pack art. I can confirm 100% that the 4 prototype cards that I have and 2 prototype cards that another member of the community has, all of those have the traditional Booster Brat black back. So that is going to be the number one way. Now, let's look at the Star Drone that was in the Discord that was discovered and my prototype Star Drone. Now, other than the fact that the OG pack are all hollows, one of the major things that I discovered, and Dark Knight Ranokio has this as well. In the top left-hand corner, you'll notice what looks to be like a Pokeball from Pokemon. Every card from the OG sample pack that I have been able to find, including Dark Ranokio, which was already proven to be put in that pack as well. Not only do they have the same back, they have that Pokeball image in the top left-hand corner. Now, my prototype cards, the one that was given out after the OG pack, has a number. You know, the numbers vary. I don't know what any of the numbers mean. I wouldn't be able to tell you. But that is a clear indicator to me the differences and how to tell. Also, you'll notice on the other prototypes, instead of having Sparky and Captain and Binky and the hand symbols, it just has, you know, C, S, H, and then the respected colors that belong to them. Which, I'm not sure why we went away from the symbols. I think the symbols are awesome. And let me know in the comments down below what you all think about the symbols. But it's insane. The slight differences. And to every true Master Set collector, these are different cards in their own respects. Now, the descriptions and, you know, the words pretty much say the same thing. You know, there's a little bit of difference here and there, but this is just absolutely mind-boggling. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Which way do you prefer? Because we know that neither one of these was the final design. Is there certain aspects of each card that you like? But one thing's for sure, the wonder has finally been solved. The first wonder of the cult, the OG foil sample pack. Or OG sample pack as it's referred to. So let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys are surprised by any of this information. I know it was a very fun discovery. It was kind of mind-boggling. I was so close to just taking one for the team and opening the sample pack just to get it on video. But I'm so glad I get to keep it sealed, because if there was only 10 packs left, or 10 packs made, I'm almost 100% sure that I have the last sealed pack. If anyone else has a sealed pack, please let us know. Or if you have any of these OG sample cards, let the community know. Show them off with pride. Because you have truly unique items. One-of-a-kind items. And honestly, you can't really throw any shade at the other prototypes. For one, every prototype that I've seen is signed by Dan. I know he gave them out at conventions. All 4 of mine are signed. The few that I saw on here are signed. And one that I didn't show, one of the guys that I was asking about, asking questions, because he has the biggest collection that I've ever seen as far as selling stuff. He has Alistair and Alistair's teeth prototypes, but they're the second prototypes with the signature. And I'll show those off right now. So we've seen, if we're going to go by the logic that the OG sample pack has the same cards as the prototypes, if we're going to go by that logic, we've seen half, roughly, of what's in that. Half of the 25. Maybe one day Dan will unlock the vault and show us images of what all came in it, if he still has them. I know we've come a very long way from this, but it's good to document the history, and that's what I'm all about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoy Booster Brat, because truly it's something remarkable. It's going to be king of the indie TCG, if not one of the top contenders of being a major TCG, which I hope it does, and I'm here for the ride. I know you guys are here for the ride. So, if you enjoy this video, leave a like, comment down below, tell me what you all think, and subscribe for more content, because we're going to do, now that we're fully funded, we're going to do weekly videos. And then, who knows what they're going to be. They could be lore videos, they could be videos like this, they could be interviews. We may even do a YouTube competitive tournament with prizing. So let me know what you guys want, what you'd like to see. But until then, hope to catch you guys on the next one. This is Shadows, your brand champion, signing out.